As a wise and smart lady, there are various types of men you should never ever make the mistake of introducing to your family. There is the particular type of traits or character that a man will be displaying that you as a woman should say no to. In fact, it should be something that should be enough to cancel whatever relationship you have with that man. Yes. There are some characters that when somebody begins to display, it should be enough reason for you to say no to that person. That is why when you're in a relationship, you observe that person. Especially when you're in a serious relationship. Of course, you know a serious relationship is a relationship that will lead to marriage. So when you're in a serious relationship, that is when you even need to observe more. Keep your eyes and your ears open. Keep your instincts active. Because this is someone you're planning to spend the rest of your life with. So there are some characters that when you begin to see that person display, you should begin to tell yourself, no. You shouldn't even come to your mind to have the guts to go and introduce such a person to your family. So it's very, very important that you observe your partner. No need to rush. Take your time and observe your partner. In today's episode, I'm going to enlighten you guys on various men. Of course, I'm talking to the women. Various men that you should never make the mistake of introducing to your family. Because there are some characters that when a man is displaying towards you as a woman, you should be able to say no. Understand that when you're in a serious relationship with someone, at some stage you begin to introduce each other to each other's parents. Yes, you want to see that man's parents and you want that man to see your parents as well. Now, when that man begins to display some certain characters, it is not always easy. But you should be able to stand your ground and say no. A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. But of course, before I begin with the lesson, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment on my videos as well. Thank you so much for that. So as a woman, what are the various kinds of men you should never introduce your family to for marriage? Number 1, don't ever introduce a stranger to your family. Ever make the mistake of introducing someone you don't even know very well to your family for marriage out of maybe pressure to get married or because the man is rich. My dear, do not marry a stranger no matter what. Number 2, do not ever introduce a man that you don't know what he does for a living. You're in a relationship with a man and he keeps spending and lavishing money on you, but you don't know what he does for a living. But he's not working. At least the little you know about him, he's not working. He doesn't go to work. You don't know anything about his source of income. My dear, please do not make that mistake of introduce such a man to your family. Instead, go and ask questions. Number 3, never ever introduce a man that beats you. Domestic violence should never ever be tolerated. What you should be doing is trying to end that relationship, not trying to take it to the next level by introducing such a man to your parents. No, do not ever make that mistake, my dear. No matter how the love has blinded your eyes, even if the guy has money and he uses the money to tell you sorry after the beating, my dear, whatever you tolerate while dating will amplify in marriage. So whatever you tolerate in while dating, in that relationship state, get ready to see more of it in the marriage. Think twice before you accept that man again. Number 4, do not ever make the mistake of introducing a man that attacks or violates your core values as a woman, as a person. Don't make the mistake of introducing such a man to your family. Someone that is obviously against your values as a person. Do you think such a marriage will work? How will that person now treat your family when they get to know them more? Think twice. You should not be with a man that doesn't know how to respect your boundaries, because if he cannot respect your own boundaries, he cannot respect that of your family as well. Number 5, do not introduce a man that sleeps with your friends. A man that sleeps around with your own friends as a woman will sleep around with your sisters when you introduce him to your family. So do not ever make the mistake of introducing a serial womanizer to your own family. My sister, you will regret it. Number 6, do not make the mistake of introducing a jobless and lazy man. A lazy man is a man that has no goals, no plans, no vision for his life. He doesn't even have any motivation for his life. That is a lazy man, and you should not settle for such. Number 7, do not make the mistake of introducing a man that his family and friends are forcing him to marry you. Forcing him. Seriously. My dear, if that man doesn't have that excitement, that joy of settling down with you in marriage, my dear, don't bother. Don't bother introducing that man to your father, your family. Do not waste your time. A man is not meant to be forced to marry a woman. There should be this joy that comes from within. It should be his decision to marry you, to want to spend the rest of his life with you, and not his family and friends forcing him. No. Number 8, do not ever introduce a man that is only attracted to you and loves you because of your physical qualities. For example, maybe you have a very nice shape as a woman, because what it means is that his love for you is superficial, and it means that his love might not stand the test of time when the chips are down. For example, maybe what if you become sick and you lose that shape, or you get pregnant and you give birth and you lose that shape, or that your beauty begins to fade with time, maybe out of stress or pregnancy or all those things. Does it mean that man will no longer love you? Does it mean he will no longer respect you as his wife, all because that thing that attracted him in the first place is no longer there? Settle for someone that loves you for who you are, not just of your physical qualities also complements you. Yes, your beauty, your shape, your height, everything complements you. But marry someone that knows you and he loves you for who you are, is with you for who you are, not because of you are chubby or you have a nice shape or you're very beautiful, and for only that reason, that is why you're attracted to that man. My dear, do not settle for such a person, because the love that man has for you is superficial. Number 9, never ever introduce a man that doesn't have any regard for your faith, your tribe, your culture. Why is this very important? Because marriage is spiritual, physical, and cultural. So be very careful so that you don't end up with the wrong person. And finally, for today's episode, never ever introduce a man that hates his family, especially his father, beginning from his father. A man that hates his father, will he regard and respect your own father? A man that hates his own family, will he be able to respect and take care of your own family? These are questions you need to ask yourself. Don't just out of excitement or out of pressure make wrong decisions that you regret for the rest of your life. Ask questions where you need to ask. If a man you're in a relationship with hates his own family, he doesn't like having any relationship with his own family, find out the reason. Don't just feel like he has his own reason, and so find out that reason. And if he keeps saying that it's for no reason, my dear, that is a red flag, and you should be very careful so you don't fall into the wrong hands. Well, all I have listed is 10 different types of men that you should never introduce to your family for marriage. I'm sure there are so many more. Yeah, more kinds of men that a woman should never ever introduce to her family for marriage. And please, if you know more of those types of men that should never ever be introduced for marriage, I'd love you to please drop it in the comment section to enlighten the singles in their house, so that they will get educated as well, because it's very important to avoid making the wrong decisions. So thank you so much for that. So that is all for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Thank you so much for listening, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment on my videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next episode.